Did you know that one of the earliest known recycled paper was produced in Japan in the 11th century? But these paper used to be a bit dull and grayish. Later on, in 1800s, a papermaker called Matthias Koops invented a new, much better way of recycling. Since then, this process got much more effective and efficient. Japanese people needed to recycle because they didn't have plenty of resources. And now, after nearly 10 centuries, the whole world is facing equally bad problems. To make 1 ton of paper, we need approximately 24 trees, 3,000 kilowatt hours of energy, and 12,000 gallons of water. We consume hundreds of millions of paper every year, and this is considerably contributing to the overall global warming and air pollution. Thankfully, unlike the Japanese people, we now have new technologies. With the help of them, we can now reduce paper usage by a high degree and recycle them many times.
Today, I'm gonna show you how paper is recycled. If every piece of paper was a love note, you had to work to get it just right. The recycling process takes a lot of work to get just right too. It includes many steps that weaken fibers reducing yield with time. Recyclables are collating and transporting to materials recovery facilities. And here is separating to plastics, glass, metals and paper. And separating again to copy paper, newspaper, packaging and contaminating paper. Usable paper is sent through the recycling process. And here, guys, paper is broken down into fibers. It's cleaning, it's screening, it's tinking and grinding and drying. And after this, usually combining the virgin with fiber. Pulp is pressed into form paper. Drying again. And after all this process, preparing for final usage. Paper goes through all this process for what? To make this. So you can make this happen? Because each round of recycling shortens fibers, paper can only be recycled 5 or 7 times, so remember to purchase products from sustainably managed forests, use paper responsibly, recycle whenever possible. And thanks for watching us, Team University.
Our solution is to make an IT company that creates applications for major paper-consuming spheres like medicine, education, and law. The shift in digitalization began decades ago. Recently, Uzbekistan started using Kundalik.com, which replaced tons of paperwork in the students' marking system. We want to improve this trend and go to other industries. One idea is to make an application called Anketa.com that will be used instead of traditional medical conditions questionnaire that everyone has in Uzbekistan. Imagine you see it and have no problem having several notebooks and papers that you should carry every time you go to the polyclinic and private hospitals. All you have to do will be to have an account in our app. Doctors will have separate accounts and will have different interface according to their field. It will be very user-friendly and increase overall productivity as well.
We are one part of the nature.
We are all responsible for all of our acts.
Nowadays, we are mostly thinking about ourselves and forgetting the environment.
So, what's happening?
Each year, we produce 400 million metric tons of paper.
This process contributes deforestation in some places,
Water pollution,
decrease of oxygen in the air,
increase of energy usage,
increase of carbon dioxide emissions,
hence global warming and climate change.
Each ton of recycled paper can save 17 full-grown trees,
380 gallons of oil,
3 cubic yards of landfill space,
4,000 kilowatts of energy,
and 7,000 gallons of oil.
This represents 64% energy savings.
a 58% water savings,
And 60 pounds less of air pollution.
We should take action as soon as possible. Let's
Let's
save
save
paper.
paper.
Let's
Let's
save
save
Earth.
Earth.